Round one. Fight, 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 fight.
Hi all, and welcome to a special Shenmue edition of the Chip Podcast. As always, I am your host Ross, and whilst we put the final touches to this month's full-length podcast, I've been sent an exclusive piece of content that I just simply had to share with you all. I think if you follow my Twitter feed, you'll know that I'm a proud supporter of the Save Shenmue campaign, and I reached out recently to Team U, who provided me with this.
Hi, James here from the Team U project. I've been invited on by the Chipped podcast to bring you up to speed on the Save Shenmue campaign. Now, if you're not familiar with Shenmue, first of all, that is part of the reason why this campaign needs to exist. And secondly, just to give you a rough idea, Shenmue was an open-world martial arts/detective adventure with RPG elements, released by Sega on the Dreamcast, and has been credited by the Hauser brothers as paving the way for their modern-day Grand Theft Auto series. But it ended on a cliffhanger, one of the most famous or infamous cliffhangers in gaming history with Shenmue 2. Yu Suzuki, the creator of the game, wants to create the sequel, Shenmue 3, that fans have been clamouring for the past decade plus. However, Sega is not greenlighting the project.
Well, I have to ask, what are the chances for Shenmue 3? How's that looking?
I think someone warned me they were going to ask that. There's no plans to do a Shenmue 3 right now. It's definitely one of the most requested fanboy games, but no plans right now.
Taking part in the Save Shenmue campaign is very simple. Every third of the month, the Save Shenmue Tweetathon takes place, where gamers from around the world converge on Twitter to use the hashtag SaveShenmue to pressure Sega and any other company who may be able to allow Shenmue 3 to happen. Now, the reason we need all gamers to do this is because the lack of Shenmue 3, the lack of resolution to the most epic cliffhanger in gaming history, sets a dangerous precedent. Because if Sega is allowed to get away with it, then what is to stop another publisher from pulling the same stunt with your favourite series? And it is the responsibility of all gamers to defend and take seriously the right of the video game medium to be known as art. There is a constant debate over whether games are art, but other mediums like film, music, literature, they don't have to defend themselves in this way, don't have to justify their position as an artistic medium. And you can guarantee that if 20th Century Fox had said, you know what, The Empire Strikes Back didn't sell what we wanted it to, so we're not going to bother releasing Return of the Jedi, we're just going to leave it on a cliffhanger with Han Solo frozen in carbonite, there would be outrage. Moviegoers would not stand for it, Hollywood would not get away with it, but Sega has been getting away with it for 10, 12, nearly 15 years. And we are asking all gamers to take a stand, because art is something that makes you see and feel something that nothing else ever has, and Shenmue is a prime example of that, and it is a test scenario for not just the games industry, but for gamers themselves, who value the notion that games can be art.
The world knows him as the creator of some of the greatest arcade games of all time. Hang-On, Outrun, Afterburner, Virtua Racing, and Virtua Fighter. The world also knows him as the creator of Shenmue, a sandbox, quick-time, story-driven game where he challenged our conceptions about what a game could be, and about what a game should be.
Thank you for listening, and remember to right one of the biggest wrongs in gaming and allow Yu Suzuki to finally complete his legacy. Please join us at teamu.net to spread the word and be heard on the 3rd. Team U needs you to save Shenmue.
Thanks to James from Team U there. Remember, we're always looking for your feedback at the letter U. Have been chipped on Twitter. The full-length podcast will be up within the next week, probably just after Gamescom is finished, so that we can bring you the most latest and up-to-date news. Remember, you can always visit teamu.net and also throw up the hashtag SaveShenmue on the 3rd of each month if you're a loyal supporter of the Save Shenmue campaign. I have been your host, Ross, and I'll catch you on the Full Length podcast as soon as it's available. Thank you.
Fight!